What's up, guys? Welcome back to Legends Never Die, where neither will you if you know Jesus. Maybe you're like me and you're going to watch all the national prep videos that you can, but you're looking to fill your hobby time with something before you leave for Cleveland. Or maybe you're not and you're sick of the national and you don't want anything to do with it because you can't go. Well, either way, here's an opportunity for you to do something that I think is pretty cool in the YouTube community, and maybe it'll be helpful to you in your collection. If nothing else, I think it's a ton of fun. It's actually something that I started a few years ago when I had significantly less of a following, so I hope more people will join in. But what it is, you may see it by the title, it's the YouTube Hall of Fame Auto Registry. And what it is it's a shared Google sheet where anybody that I give the information to can log into. And you can see where you stack up against fellow YouTubers in terms of Hall of Fame autograph count. And I'm going to share it with you. There's a couple other bells and whistles to it as well. There's also a section for autographed baseballs if you do that, or playing days Hall of Fame cards. So it's something kind of cool to help you keep track of your collection. I've added different things to it over time, and it's kind of fun. I love seeing where everybody else is at within our community that participates in it. I've had some guys that have been updating it for years now. So let me share my screen. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about and get into it a little bit. So this is what it looks like when you open it. This is the main one, is the Hall of Fame autograph cards. You can see what everybody has as far as how many they have, how many are possible, the percentage. I also move them left to right in terms of rank amongst YouTubers. And what I'll do is when someone new enters it, for example, Mike Sticks and Seams, I'll highlight him here. Shout out to Mike. He just did this for the first time. All he has to do once I gave him access is he goes in his column under his name. He cross-references it in the correct row with the player and types the word have with a capital H and enter. And it will calculate how many you have, your percentage for you, as well as a couple other things. I move them left to right in columns in terms of ranking. If you do this, please do not try and move your column. I don't want to mess up any of the formulas. So I do that part. But Mike is already ranked number 7. A couple other things you can use this for. It gives you a weighted score. This score is based on PSA DNA's rarity score for these Hall of Famers, with a little bit of input from my friend Frank over at Baseball Hall of Fame Autographs. And he knows a thing or two, as he's number 1 on this list. He has 296 of the possible 346 Hall of Famers. Now, they're ranked on a 1 to 11 scale in terms of difficulty. You can figure that out on your own, being 1 is the easiest and 11 is stupid hard. This sheet also tells you how many there are at each level. So I've heard some people talk about, well, I'd like to get to X number of Hall of Fame autographs. Well, I'm here to tell you that the first 3 sections here, the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s, currently adds up to exactly 200. And that is very doable for anyone that's dedicated to this over time. A lot of those are very affordable and not too difficult to find, obviously. So that's cool. Also in this column down here, for example, Hank Aaron, the first name there, the difficulty is a 2 on the 1 to 11 scale. And the number of halves in our community, 12 different YouTubers that have done this, own a Hank Aaron autograph. So that's cool to see. And then, like, for example, for some of the tougher ones, look there, I found an error in this. Boom, fixed. Frank Baker, for example, right? He's a difficulty of 6. 3 YouTubers have them. It's Frank, Bill, and Mike, baseball collector. Or like a Jake Beckley. Nobody has one of those. So you kind of see how that works. One of my personal goals for my collection is I want to be number 4 in this list with Frank and Bill and Mike. Currently, Chris at Hall of Fame Pullers and my friend over at in Seattle, Ground Chuck, Kyle, he's also in front of me, but I am gaining on them. Something else cool to look at is while both of those guys are ahead of me, with Kyle being 7 autographs ahead of me and Chris being 20 autographs ahead of me, my rarity score is higher than both of theirs. which means I have some of the tougher ones that they don't have yet. So that's kind of cool to look at. Now, the second tab, it functions basically the same way, but this is for Hall of Fame autographed baseballs. I've updated this not as recently, but I plan to with the release of this video so that you guys can participate in that one too. And then finally, so far only 2 people have done this one, but it's myself and Chris. But this is for Hall of Fame Playing Days cards. So I've got all the Hall of Famers here, the ones that are, to me, impossible or near impossible unless you've got a big-time budget for their Playing Days cards and the years that they were playing. Okay, so like I've got 164 of the different Hall of Famers that you can possibly get them for. I have the 346 now. I need to update this tab as well. But the main purpose of the video is the Hall of Fame autograph registry sheet. So what do you do if you want to participate in this? All you have to do is comment below or send me an email to jakeleebrewer@gmail.com and tell me that you'd like to be added, what your YouTube channel name is, and I'll give you access. It is a trust thing, but if you're still here at this point, I assume that you're very interested in wanting to participate this and have a little fun. So shoot me an email. I'll do that, and you'll be able to input which autographs you have. And then once you're done, let me know, and I'll move you right to left and update the rankings and see where you fall. So I hope this gives you guys at least a video to watch or something to participate in if you're trying to fill some of your hobby time here in the middle of the summer pre-national. All right, guys, until next time, keep collecting, and God bless.